Good evening everyone and welcome to Apex Online Racing's F1 2018 on the PlayStation 4. This is Tier F9 and it's round 13 of the Championship, the Belgian Grand Prix from Spa-Francorchamps. So we come into this race with Nick, Championship leader, by a whopping 81 points. He's got over 3 whole race wins in terms of points and a little bit more in hand over Chris on 130 points, and Lamara is in third place on 129. So we've got fair weather at the moment. Remember, the drivers will have already seen in their pit boxes what the weather forecast is going to be like for qualifying and the race, but as the commentator we don't get to see that, and I hope they put that in the game actually so we can see that, because a real life commentator would certainly have a weather forecast at his disposal. We're watching Salvo Filer, one of the first ones round on his outlap, as King Fo Mikasa has left the session. Whether he's having technical problems, I'm not sure. And he's certainly a man on the move. King Fo Mikasa up to 6th in the championship in the Haas on 73 points. So this track is 4.4 miles or 7 kilometres in length, 19 turns or 20 depending on which circuit map you look at, and they'll be going around for 22 laps in the race. As you can see, we're approaching the 15-minute mark as King Fo Mikasa has joined. 15 minutes to go, so the guys will be looking to probably get in 2 runs. A long lap here. So the weather looks okay at the moment, but if it does rain later on the session, that could cause real problems with the lap being so long. So we're going to go across the line with Salvo Filer now, and let's just check if he's the first one out. I think he is. Yes, he is. So we'll give him the honour of going on board with him. 8th gear, flat out through Eau Rouge, up the hill through Radion, a little bit wide, but actually that's quite good speed he's carried through there. Up the Kemmel Straight, and his engine is revving out a bit early there. Hard on the brakes, down to 4th gear for Lecombe, through Malmedy, down to turn 10. Now we come through this left-hander, which used to be the corner of no name. They literally didn't give it a name, but I think after the last race in F1 they've named it after the famous Belgian driver Jackie X, Ferrari driver, who didn't quite manage to win the championship in the 70s, but was a quick driver. So we go through the very quick double left-hander at Pouhon through to the Fagnes chicane. I call it a chicane. It's a pretty fast sweeping set of corners. I wouldn't really class that as a proper chicane. And this is quite a tidy lap so far from Salvo Filer. He's going to go through Stavelot, named after one of the towns or villages this track runs very close to. Then not a lot for the driver to do except hang on to the steering wheel tight and get ready for Blanchemont, which is a lot less fierce than it used to be years ago. But flat out, and he's backed right out of that lap for some reason. He doesn't like that. And he can't have been the first one because Kronos has gone fastest in the Mercedes, so sorry about that, we missed that one. So let's go and see where our championship leader is. Nick, a man with I believe 2 pole positions so far. We've had a lot of different drivers. I think 9 different drivers have got pole positions, which is incredible from 12 races. Nick comes down into the final chicane. So easy to spin those rear wheels up. A little bit of wheel spin, but takes it well. Is this going to be quickest? Imagine it will be. Oh, he's on his outlap, is he? Okay, fine. So no time has come up there. High ground has gone quickest. Right, let's try and see who's on a quick lap, because I'm missing these quick ones. Who's near the end of a lap? That is Rama. So the way he's charging into that last course suggests he's on a hot lap. As Lamara goes second at 1:44.190. Ben Hunt is also in there. Timing screens on 44.6. This is Rama. 45.5 for Rama. As one of the Mercedes goes wide, PPK goes fastest on 1:43.7. Only just 4 thousandths of a second quicker than High Ground. So Mr. Robin now comes through the last chicane. Bit inconsistent, Mr. Robbins. Sometimes ultra quick, sometimes a little bit lower down. 1:59, so that wasn't a represented time. Jarrell and Brex does 1:49 as PPK still top, but Chris Second in the championship runs into 4th place. F1 gate crash on a lap there. Let's see who else is on a lap. Mo is on a lap. Here's Nick. So let's go on board with Nick. Let's bring up his telemetry. Down through the gears. Snatch a second. Oh, first actually momentarily. Quickly short shifting up through to 4th. And through the gears, where's this going to put in 3rd? 1:43.7. Look at that. 3 drivers separated by less than 1/10 of a second. 7/100ths, in fact. So very close at the front. Let's go back. What's going on here? So this is Jarrell and Brex trying to get past Mr. Robin. Are these two guys on a fast lap or not? Are they just jockeying for position? Well, Mr. Robin, I do hope Jarrell is not on a quick lap, because Mr. Robin's holding him up if that's the case. He's really keen to get by, isn't he? The Red Bull. The Dutch driver, he's on 16 points. He's had 2 6th places in his 4 races he's taken part in so far, joining the season after I quit. And it's almost like a race down to the last corner. What is going on with these two? Okay, well, Mr. Robin goes into the pits anyway as Jarrell loses it. And he's going to cross the line. He's actually improved to 1:46.2, so he was on a quick lap. So I think the stewards, if there was such a thing, actively looking at this in real time, would be looking at Mr. Robin there, I have to say. Right, let's see. Danio is coming through. And where's Mo? Mo, is he on a quick lap? I would say so. PPK, sorry, I missed that. PPK has gone quickest by 6/10 of a second, the Renault driver, who's 4th in the championship on 92 points, the Finnish driver. F1 gate crash has retired from the session. Here comes Mo. Guy Hoyts is also retired, so he's not going to set a lap time. Oh, bit of strange lag there on the picture. And Mo has not set a lap, and we're getting some, oh dear, some awful glitches going on at the moment. So I'm going to go back to the front and just take stock. So PPK is on pole at the moment, still over 9 minutes to go. High ground is 2nd. That's a very good position for high ground. He did get his first podium in Germany, in 3rd place, so he's clearly getting a lot quicker. Nick there in 3rd is coming into the pits. Nick, who's got 2 pole positions. Oh, there's a crash there. Limaro's gone off. And I was a bit late looking at that. I was just checking my notes. So that's not going to do him any good. I think he's probably got some sort of damage. See if we can see from the outside. Yes, some right wing damage there at the front. The end plate's gone. So he will have plenty of time to come back in and change that and get out and do a last run, I think. So no great harm done. Meanwhile, let's see who's out on a quick one. This is Kronos, who I believe had a race with the Ferrari, but has now switched to the Mercedes team. Again, joining us midway through the season. He's currently in 8th on a 1:45.3. Crosses the line. And will this be an improvement? It's not. So he's either not improved or it's an outlap, and the telemetry is not telling me that. So the top guys, the top 7 are all on outlaps or in the pits. So this is Kronos, I believe, on a quick one. Let's just see what WJ-AOR's doing, because he's a quick driver. Down to the chicane for the last time. I expect if this is a quick lap, this will see him jump up the timing screens. And it can't be, it must be an outlap. It doesn't tell me, because he's not set a time at all, so that's odd. Okay, let's go back to, who are we looking at? Kronos. So let's ride on board with him. Through the now named Jackie Quali, gets it all wrong. Touches the wall on the outside, no damage I don't think. But that's going to lose us some time. PPK still on provisional pole position at the moment. There's yellow flags going on all over the place, but I haven't got a hope of catching up to that. So we're just going to stick on board. Oh, no, he's off. Kronos is off. So let's go back to high ground, see where he is. Is that an outlap? Oh, I don't know. It's telling me that some of these guys are on outlaps. And they may well be, but they're telling me other people are not, and they do seem to be. So let's follow high ground because he's the closest guy to PPK, who we know is not on track. He's in the pits. Great camera shot there as he goes through Les Combes. Easy to outbrake yourself into this right-hander here. Bruxelles, I think this is called. Never was called that when I started following F1, but that might be a new name. Through the new Jackie X corner. Then keeps it in 7th through Pouon. Probably more challenging, certainly more challenging now than the No Rouge is. Through the Fagnes chicane. And then approaching Stavelot. Fast corner this one, flat out. And let's see the gap. Detail fitted. Okay, let's have a look. Look at the tyres as well. I should have put that up on earlier to see who's running maybe a different strategy. King Foamacas is the highest placed driver on just using the softs. But through the final corner goes high ground. Is he going to improve on his 143.7? He does. 143.145. So only 0.04 of a second behind PPK. And Ben Hunt's gone third into 143.5. And Chris goes up to 143.52 as well. As we watch Lamaro. Now, judging by his off he had and having to come into the pits as King Foamacasa leads, I suspect this is an outlap. It does say it is. Salvo Filer's got himself up to 7th. Let's see if he can get any higher. Well, he improves by 1/10 of a second, but doesn't improve his position. He's still 7th. WJ Orr, expecting to maybe be a little bit further up. He's on 145.2. So everybody other than Mr. Bain, Sean, Jason and King Foamacasa are on the quickest super soft tyres. There's a yellow flag somewhere in sector 3. Can I see what that's about? Not really, not quickly. Let's stay with WJ Orr. Midway through the championship standings, he is 9th place on 63 points. And the body language of this car suggests he's not going that quick. No, he's going to come into the pits. Okay, so of the top guys, High Ground and Ben Hunt we know did quick laps, but they might be on a second quick lap. Let's see. Let's stick with High Ground as he's closest to pole position. He's only got to find a little bit as it stands to take pole position, which would be another new pole position driver. No, he's going to the pits too. Okay, so they've done the one lap. Ben Hunt, I suspect, will be doing the same. Yes, he is. Chris, I suspect, will come into the pits also. Well, they've got just enough time to go around and get one more Banzai lap in, I believe. As we are with Lamaro. Now, this should be his quick lap. Through Pouon. Lap data. Let's have lap data up. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. Longest circuit in terms of mileage on the F1 circuits at the moment. But a brilliant circuit. Nearly all the drivers name this or Suzuka, real life F1 drivers, I'm not sure about these guys, as their favourite circuit. It's got a little bit of everything. Through Blanchimont, runs a wide line, but that's okay. 144.1, so he's a second off pole. Lamaro will be hoping to get himself in amongst that top 4. As he crosses the line, is this quicker? It is. It's 143.4 up to 3rd place for Lamaro, the guy second in the championship. So I think there'll still be some changes amongst the leading positions. Rammer's coming into the pits. Jarolan Brex, expect he might improve. So we'll have a look at him in a moment. So Nick, the championship leader, is currently sat in 6th. So let's stick with Jarolan and go on board with him. the sweeping right left of Fagna. High ground's gone out on his outlap, so he's definitely going to go for one last blast. He'll have to get a move on now. There should be about 15-20 seconds in hand for him. Oh, nearly touched the grass there, past the point where Bertie and Irvine had their big crash in the early 2000s. Down to the last chicane, snatches a break, squeal of tyres. Oh, and he nearly loses it again, so he's running quite a twitchy setup, and he's gone up to 7th, so a decent lap from him, 1:44.073. So PPK, is he on a quick lap? Let's see. Yes, he is. He's gone quicker. 1:42.9. And I'm going to stick my neck out and say that I'm not sure that'll be beaten. Great lap from PPK. Glad we were able to catch just the last bit of that. So Lamar is getting ready for his last lap. Nick as well, I think, is just getting a good position. So I think the guys, most of them, are warming up for a lap. PPK goes through. Let's try and get him. There we are. We're already on board with PPK. Oh no, he's just gone quickest, so he might be trying to go for another lap, so I'm just going to leave him for now. We're going to go back to high ground, but he must be on an out lap because he's slowed right down. Lamar is in the pits. So actually, I'm not sure that many other people are going to have a chance to improve. Chris has just beaten the clock by 30 seconds, so he will be able to carry on. AOR certainly will. As Rama runs really wide out of Fagna. Keeps his foot in and damage. Bad luck. He's down in 13th place. I suppose nothing much to lose from him. He might as well go for it. So easy to do. Mr. Robbins a little bit far down, 1:47.2. So we'll have to see whether he can come up quickly or not. There's PPK. No, he's carrying on. I do believe he's on another quick lap, so we'll just see him towards the end of the lap to see if he does improve. Yes. So this will be the checker flag he'll receive. PPK crosses the line and 1:42.824. Pole position for PPK at the moment. Can anyone beat him? High ground, I don't think he's going. Is high ground going quickly? No, I'd say not. So Lamara can't improve. Ben Hunt can't improve. Chris might be able to though. Although I doubt if he could find 7/10 of a second. That would be amazing if he could do that. Let's just watch Chris come through. Up to 205 miles an hour, then hard on the brakes. Down to second gear. Chris, 1:43.521. Will this improve? Positional time. It does. Up to third, 1:43.294. So he found a good chunk of time there. So he's up into the top 3. And here's Nick. Now, he's going flat out, but I don't think he... Did he beat the clock? I'm not sure he did. WJR though is on a lap, so this one will count. We'll come back to Nick in a moment. I may have got that wrong. He may well have beaten the clock. His high ground retires from the session. I think that's... Is that it? Yeah, I can't control the pictures anymore, so that must be it. So, that was a good qualifying session. I enjoyed that. PPK will take pole positions. I've tried furiously to find my pen. From high ground, Chris and Lamaro. So, championship leader Nick is down in 7th. So, interesting there. So, all the top 9 are on the super softs. And I will be back shortly.